So, today's First Sunday collection, which is the collection we do every first Sunday of the month for an organization outside of the church that is expressing our values or doing justice work in our community, goes to Youth 180. Susan English is a member of our church and is here to talk to you about why to give. Come on up, Susan. If you're going to give by check, write the check to the church and write Youth 180 in the memo line. Welcome. Put the step for you.
Good morning. Youth 180 works with thousands of children and teens who are low income in our community every year. We are teaching them facts and skills they need to know in order to make good decisions and lead a healthy life. And we are helping them develop resilience and hope. Lots of kids don't get that message early enough from all kinds of kids from all kinds of backgrounds. And they end up trying to solve their problems in unhealthy ways, using drugs or alcohol, skipping school, aggressive behaviors, and even shoplifting. And when they do that, some people see them as problem kids. At Youth 180, we see them as kids who need help solving problems. So we help them turn around their thinking and their behavior as they address whatever kinds of difficulties they've gotten into. We help them do a 180. So what does that really look like? What does a 180 look like? Well, let me tell you about Jorge. Jorge's father, when he was very young, killed one of his puppies in front of him to toughen him up emotionally. At age 12, he was jumped into a gang. And when he entered our outpatient drug treatment program at age 17, he had been in jail more than 3 years altogether. Wow, kind of a lost case, some people would say. No. Jorge learned a lot of new skills and got a lot of support in our treatment program, and he began to envision a new life for himself. And he successfully graduated from our program. And here's where the story actually gets good. After a while, Jorge's counselor received an envelope, and in it was a high school graduation announcement from Jorge. So the counselor thought, wow, that's great after all that he's been through. And then a few months later, Jorge stopped by the office because he wanted to tell his counselor that he had gotten out of the gang, which is not easy to do. And then a while later, another envelope arrived, and it had Jorge's name in the return address field on the envelope. And inside was a piece of paper, and it just had an address on it and a message that said, "Stop by sometime and take a look." So the counselor was intrigued and very curious about what this could be. And so that very night, he went to that address. And it was in a very low-income area of town, and it turned out it was a barber shop. And he looked inside, and he saw Jorge in there sweeping up. And he thought, that's great, Jorge has a job, he's really doing well. And then the counselor looked a little more carefully at the door of the barber shop. And on it, he saw Jorge's full name, and beneath it, the word proprietor. Now that's a turnaround. From gangs and drugs and jail to a healthy and productive citizen and business owner. We are so grateful to have the opportunity to tell you about Youth 180's programs that help young people and their families find hope for the future, learn important facts and skills, and find a community of support. I invite you to become part of that community of support today with your donation, because you have the power to help create more stories like Jorge's. Thank you.
So all the cash, everything put in the plate today will go directly to Youth 180. So we're so happy to be helping out in practical ways. we have been greatly blessed. So let us help Youth 180 with the blessings that we offer today. The offering will be given and received.